Well, what a dramatic few days it's been in the world of football and at Liverpool. The last 24 hours have seen them row back on their plan to get involved in a new breakaway European Super League. A statement landed on the club's website around 11 o'clock on Tuesday saying that they had discontinued their plans to be involved in that controversial and divisive project. On Wednesday morning, a statement landed from John Henry, the club's principal owner. He'd been silent throughout this entire saga, but he issued a statement via a video message on the club's official channels early on Wednesday morning, and he took full responsibility. He said that it was him and him alone that had brought on this unnecessary negativity. He apologised to Jurgen Klopp, his players and his staff. And he said he was sorry to supporters for the distress caused over the last 24 hours. I'm sure there'll be more developments on this as the week goes on, but for now it's been an explosive couple of days at Liverpool, an explosive couple of days for football, and the Reds have been right at the heart of it. They're not going to be part of the European Super League, but the fallout from this, I'm sure, will go on and on.
Chelsea Football Club had an incredible Tuesday in relation to the European Super League. They decided to quit the European Super League, but not before Chelsea fans made their voices heard. They had a huge protest outside Stamford Bridge. There was like 1,000 fans there. They were chanting against the owner. They were chanting against members of the board. They had signs, banners, and they really sent a message that the Super League was not for Chelsea Football Club. That was eventually heard, but not before Petr Cech had to talk with the fans as well to try and get the team buses through, because Chelsea fans were determined to get the game maybe called off or something like that with Brighton. Eventually Cech got the buses through. The good news came out, and there were celebrations in the street from Chelsea fans. Their voices were heard. They felt let down by Chelsea over the Super League club, and they continue to be angry over certain aspects of where the project was run, and they want some answers. But I think they can rest a little bit easier now, the fact that the project has been scrapped from Chelsea's point of view, who were one of the first clubs out of the Super League project in the first place as well. So it was chaos. It's not quite over.
Well, what a crazy 24 hours at Arsenal they were in, and then they were out, and thankfully it looks like they are going to stay out. The Super League is dead in the water. Arsenal apologising to their fans and to the wider football community at around 11 o'clock last night and announcing they had withdrawn from the new Super League plans. It was a day of meetings at Arsenal yesterday as the resentment around the world grew. It felt like it was only a matter of time. The dominoes started to fall. It started with the news Chelsea were going, it followed Man City, and soon they were all gone. The 6 English clubs making way. Arsenal apologised to their fans in the statement. It was quite a heartfelt statement. It was more an open letter to fans, and I think their fans appreciated the tone, but the damage has certainly been done. But there was protest plan ahead of the Everton game on Friday at the Super League plan. That hasn't been scrapped. The protesters are still going out, but the focus of their eye is going to be on Stan Kroenke. Stan Kroenke has done himself a huge amount of damage with this. He wasn't liked before. He is absolutely despised now, and on Friday night the fans will be heard again.
Well, what a 48 hours it has been in football, and also for Manchester United. It was announced yesterday that Executive Vice Chairman Ed Woodward will resign. He's going to leave his position at the club at the end of the year. The club say that this is nothing to do with the European Super League decision, and that he made his mind up a little while ago. In terms of the European Super League, well, that seems to have gone by the wayside. All 6 English clubs have pulled out. That's a lot to do with the backlash and the fan reaction to that. Manchester United announced last night that they had pulled out. They've taken Chelsea and Manchester City's lead, who'd pulled out earlier in the day, and now none of the 6 of the Premier League clubs who had announced that they were signing up for the European Super League will be taking part in that competition. It's been a huge day of football news, and that is sure to continue, and who knows what is going to happen next.
Cracks first started to appear in the afternoon. Pep Guardiola had his usual press conference ahead of the Premier League game against Aston Villa. Lots of questions about the Super League and lots of questions about his thoughts. And as one of the most influential men in world football, his opinion really counts. He called out executives to explain the decision behind the new format And he also queried a competition where there were no consequences for failure. Players too were unhappy, and it was finally on Tuesday that it was confirmed that they were withdrawing from the new competition. So what next for Manchester City? Well, Sheikh Mansour clearly has a lot of goodwill in the bank. He's transformed not only the team and not only the club, but also parts of East Manchester. But fans were very angry about the announcement when it was first came through, and they will want answers as to why this decision was made.